My name is Maxine Johnson, and I am a PhD Walden candidate. I am currently in the process of writing my dissertation on social change. The issue that concerns me in society is how the prison system and the California Youth Authority does not adequately train our African American men once they are incarcerated, releasing them back out into the world with minimal training and not able to be self-sufficient enough to take care of themselves, ending up in them returning back to jail or them committing other crimes or or even death. My passion is young black men that's caught up in the prison system or the jail system and trying to help them and figure a way to get themselves back out in society and be able to take care of themselves and their family. So the first young man I have here, his name is Dante Polk. Dante just recently released after 26 years in prison. So Dante, tell us what was your experience as far as the California prison system and how they prepared you for being released.
Well, actually they didn't really prepare me. The things that they did prepare us with, and the opportunities that they gave us, they would, like some classes we can learn on the computer, but it had no internet access. Things like email, how to send an email, how to apply an application, they don't even touch that thing. So actually a lot of things that are current today are not relevant. The things that they taught us were not relevant to today. Since I've been out since March, I've learned a few things, and I'm learning as I go now. And with your help as well, I've been, experiencing new things. But I was not trained in the CDC. But they did teach us things, but things were like 30, 40 years old. But nothing current, and something that can help us today.
Okay, so Dante was incarcerated. He had a life sentence.
Yes. He
contacted me and wanted me to help him. He had a hearing coming up. You call that a parole hearing, correct?
Yes, the Board of BPH, Board of Prison Hearings, and it's to be considered for a possibility to be considered for a date. You don't necessarily get the date, but you have to meet certain qualifications. And then you have to show that you have support. You have some people out here who support you, who believe that you have changed and that you will change and other things. And your letter was very supportive with me and helped me to be found suitable for release.
Very good. So, okay, Dante, so tell me, what is a little bit of the plans you have for your future?
Well, I plan on going to school. I plan on going to college and trying to get a degree. And taking care of my family. I'm married now, and I have 3 stepkids and, a beautiful family. And I plan on providing for my family and just being a productive member of society.
So right now, you're currently working here with me because we believe in second chances. It's got to be about social change, and social change has to be about second chances. We just cannot toss our African American men in prison and expect them to come out and survive with nothing. So thank you, Dante.
Thank you, Maxine. Yes, I'm very grateful for the opportunity Maxine has given me to better myself and to see myself in something more productive. We hear about things and we hear about other people going through things, but when I have my chance through the help of Maxine to go through these things, I'm seeing it in a different light, and it's really pushing me to want to strive to do better for myself.
Okay, hi. So our second young man who just gotten out of prison, out of the California Department of Corrections, spent 10 years in prison and was just released in May. His name is Ruben. June. His name is Ruben Field. July. He was released in July.
July 12th.
July 12th. And his name is Ruben Field. So Ruben, I would like you to tell us what was your experience in the California prison system as far as being trained to advance yourself to come out here and be prepared for your future?
Well, one of the most important things that most people don't consider is that coming from the inner city or urban environments we come from, we have a certain mentality that doesn't make it easy to adapt to the workforce, so to say, the social workforce in this state. So when we come to prison, if we're not provided the training to reinsert ourselves and be productive into society, then naturally people fall back to their old habits. This is what's been going on for many years. So just in the 10 years I was in prison, I've seen people come, leave, and then come back 2 or 3 times because they weren't ready for society and no one prepared them for society. The opportunity to be prepared in prison is very, very minute. So that was always my concern prior to parole. So when I came out and I was able to contact you, Maxine, and was able to gain employment immediately, that was like a load off my back because I knew I didn't have to resort to old habits. I didn't have to worry about the law or worry about breaking the law specifically. So I knew I was safe. I was able to elevate myself, and now I can focus on a higher education. I want to try out for my level 2 certification for office services and related technology. But if it wasn't for Maxine, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have that opportunity. I would have a totally different mind state. You sort of pulled me away from the group that's been marginalized coming out of prison, meaning the felons or the ex-cons. And I just want to thank you for that opportunity. It's truly a blessing. It's a blessing in my life, and allowing me to be productive and pretty much resurrecting me, pulling me out of the grave, making me a new man, a new African man. So I thank you for that, and I appreciate your help.
So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about today's society. I'm talking about social change. I'm talking about changing the culture and the traditions of the black African male that get caught up in criminal issues here in our state, California. It might be sunny, it might be beautiful, but for some it's cold and wet. And we want better for all of our children, our African American males. We have to start with the children. We have to start with training them at a very early age on how to be self-sufficient. If not, the stories you just heard is the inevitable, and it can only get worse after that. We have to work, we have to be there and be the support for these young men to one day be very successful in their lives, able to raise their children and break the ban of incarceration. Thank you.